This was our cylinder valve that we talked about previously. If the valve is destroyed, what's the impact on the business? We drew up our flow diagram here and we went through these failure scenarios. So what are the causes of stress and what are the impact? So we want to find all the causes possible. The ones that are really realistic for this situation. Now these valves can burn out. There's only a few ways the valves are going to burn out. The trouble is this valve is on a diesel engine driving a firefighting pump of a huge fuel terminal. And the consequence of this thing failing for the company is absolutely massive. If that was in a diesel engine of a mining truck and I've got a fleet of 150 trucks and one truck's out for 3 or 4 weeks, it's not a different scale of problem. And this becomes clear when we did analysis. If this is one truck out of a fleet of 150, the impact on the business is much, much less than this only firefighting pump they've got that is there to back up if loss of power happens. Yeah, bear in mind, in a refinery, that electric motor that drives the first duty pump, if the fire burns the cable to that motor, or the fire blows up the switchboard that's supplying that motor, this pump's got to start. So once that electric-driven pump is unavailable, this is the only thing left to save that business from disaster. So there's some really serious risks here. What is unknown, of course, is the likelihood. Is it going to happen at all in the 100-year life of this terminal, or this is the bit that we'll never be sure. The question is, can you afford it to happen at all? And if the answer is no, I cannot afford to have any fire that destroys my business at all, then it's simple. This machine can never be allowed to be unavailable and unreliable. Though I may never see that money spent in it come back to me. It's purely a matter of certainty and security. So sometimes it isn't the dollars and cents that are important. It's the fact that I can't afford to lose $500 million in a fire. And if that means I've got to spend $50,000 a year to protect against $500 million loss sometime in the next 100 years, or next 50 years, then you do that. And you'll never see the return except the satisfaction in here and the happiness up there to know we're doing the right thing for the business. This business is safe. But there's no financial gain from that. The gain is in not having the loss. And this is the bit that's always going to be hard with management. Things that may never go wrong in 100 years. How do you justify doing anything to solve that problem? All we can say is if it goes wrong once, what does it mean? $500 million. Okay. Roll the dice. Could be your lucky day. Could be your lucky decade. Could be your lucky 2 decades. Could be your lucky 5 decades. Take your punt. Now, I as a manager of this business would never go there. That's senseless. But I can never be sure there will be a failure. But I want to be sure there will never be a failure because of the impact of that event if it actually happens. So yes, sometimes it isn't about money. It's about the smart thing to do.